So Angela Rayner, who is the Deputy Prime Minister, has brought herself a £800 Brighton coastal home, beachfront home. Now, we asked ourselves, like, how is she managing to do this? Okay, now, obviously, people in Parliament, they usually all have got side jobs, but at the same time, I think her timing is pretty bad, and I'll tell you how she's paying for this. With the British taxpayers' money are paying for that particular home. And I'll tell you why, because Angela Rayner and her husband own 2 properties. The other property being up north, I think it's Manchester, wherever she's from. But the other property, so what she's done is, she's took her name off the property, her original property, which is probably still in her husband's name, and put her name onto the £800,000 property, and she's listed that as her address. Reason being is because, as I said, the British taxpayer are the ones that foot the bill for each member of Parliament's, I believe it's one property. They get away with things like, like council tax, and they get them kind of like perks that the lower class and working class can definitely not afford. And I will say this, like, she may have came from humble beginnings, but this is where she's at now. And the thing is, people in Parliament and business, they like to say the words like, well, I'm not legally doing nothing wrong. And legally, they're not. But on a moral standpoint, but you see, that doesn't even come into their conversation when people of business or government speak, because there is no morale when it comes to them and their money. I mean, look, we've had so many. All right, you might get the odd one or two that are genuine good people, but most of them usually, because what they do is they use their vast amount of. Could you think Angela Rayner is worrying about her next month's rent? Do you think Angela Rayner wakes up and thinks, oh no, how am I going to make, 2 meals stretch out for 5 days worth of food? How's that going to be possible? They will never think that or feel that, I guarantee you. But all I can say is that her timing, and does that look like, I said, does she look like she's struggling to anybody? And and the thing is, because this is all public knowledge, because this is posted by the I believe it's by the Telegraph, and I just think her timing could be off. Has she done anything illegal? No. Has she done anything that any of us wouldn't have done? Probably not. But at the same time, I just believe the timing could not be worse. When our country's almost being divided, and they do say, to divide is to conquer. And that is worrying me, because I'm seeing the left and the right, and we've got, the left and the right, you see it in America and on the American stages, but not so drastic and so severe on our shores, but it's getting to that stage, and it's all because of these illegal migrants being paid to be stayed in a hotel when our own British people that are being released from prison, homeless, and being given a tent. I was released in 2018, and do you know what was given to about 6 people that were released with me?